Hi Taurus, it's your honest homegirl Keisha Unique, and this is your intuitive timeless reading. So when you see this reading is for you. Take what resonates, what doesn't, leave for another healing homie. With that said, if you're new to my channel, what's up? How are you? If you are a returning healing homie, what's up, gang? I missed you, boo. How I do my readings, I do your intuitive message first, and then we get into your honest talking tarot session. Now, Taurus, okay? You know I'm gonna get on your ass, right? Because y'all are so damn stubborn. I don't understand why you're so fucking stubborn. I don't understand why you're so stuck in your ways. I don't understand why you think that you could keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect to get different results. You're fucking insane. Do you get it? Did you need to hear that out loud? Did you need for me to tell you guys that you keep going on a hamster wheel about some shit, expecting different results? It's not going to work that way. You have to change, whether you like it or not, because you got yourself caught up in a karmic cycle that you will never get out of. We literally, come this year, because the real new year is the spring equinox, and if you don't get your shit together, you will get stuck in this cycle for another 7 years. Do you hear me? Escucha. Do you hear me? Because I don't think you hear me. Now, if you want to be stuck in this cycle, you go right ahead. 7 years. What you've been doing right now, how you've been feeling right now, you'll be stuck in it. And if it's not in a good spot, I don't know what to tell you. And if you are in a good spot and you want to achieve even more, well, you still got to change. Either way, change has to occur. Because for some of you guys, if you're young, you're more likely to embark on this new journey. You're more likely to, switch gears, switch your appearance up, change the game. You're more willing because you're younger. The Tauruses that are older, I'm talking about 45 plus, you guys be stuck in y'all ways. Some of y'all, I wanted to really say 35 and up. Y'all stuck in y'all ways, and you need to change or learn how to change, even if it's something as simple as you not eating something anymore that you know is bad for you. You can start off with one thing. Then the next month, start off with something else. And keep adding on these changes as you go. Because maybe you are trying to change too much too soon and you start to get anxiety or something. I don't know. So start off with one thing each month and just keep on adding on, okay? You start off, I'm going to eat right this month. Next month, I'm going to eat right. And then I'm going to, start working out. I don't know who I said this for before in a reading. I can't remember what sign, but I explained that to them as well. Possibly Aries. I'm not too sure. So if you got Aries in your chart, Taurus, somewhere, go and check out the Aries reading. You have help around you, okay? The thing is, you so stuck in your ways that you don't even want to sit there and ask for the help. You don't even want to ask. A lot of you guys, you have to understand that you need to tap into your fullest potential. Like, you could be such a badass if you really want to. But it's like you're a badass in all the wrong ways. Stop being a rebel without a cause for shit that ain't gonna help you get out of these cycles off this hamster wheel. For some of you guys, it's a hamster wheel of relationships, unsatisfying relationships. That should tell you something about yourself. If you keep losing things that you really want, it's because you're not embodying that energy to keep it. If you keep getting in relationships that are unsatisfying, well, you got to ask yourself, why are you attracting those type of people that are not making you happy? Because there's something within you that you need to change, but you're not willing to change it. So guess what? You're going to keep getting the same shit. Some of y'all have lost interest in sex at this point because you're just tired. You're just like, I'm done. I give up on love. No, when you say you give up on love, you're giving up on yourself. That's what you're doing. That's basically what you're saying. You won't love yourself enough to take care of yourself, to better yourself, to heal yourself, for you to attract better. That's what you're literally saying. For some of you, this may not resonate until a week from now, Because I feel like a week from now is definitely 7 days from now is a prominent time for you guys. So mark that on your calendar. You may get confirmation of this reading. But it's like, Taurus, let's get it together, okay? And if that has resonated with you so far, Taurus, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your homegirl really loves and truly appreciates the support that you guys give me. It does help my channel grow. So let's get into your honest talking tarot session. I don't know what I was about to call y'all, but somebody could be calling you the wrong name, or you call somebody the wrong name. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. What y'all got going on, Taurus? Yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on. Let's see. Because I keep hearing stuck in your ways, stuck in your ways. You stuck in your ways. You got to ask yourself, why is you still in these cycles? Why do you keep experiencing what you keep experiencing, Taurus? Ask yourself. Because all of this stuff is nothing but a reflection of what's going on in the inside of you. What you see out in this world is a reflection of your inner world. That is it. And the only way that changes is if you change. I don't know how many times I got to tell you to change, okay? Some of y'all, you over there asking, well, I don't know what to change. Some of y'all need to just sit the fuck still and sit there and talk to the big homie upstairs. And maybe you'll find out, okay? Stop focusing so much on money, instability, and security. Sometimes it ain't about the material world anymore. Tap into the spiritual realm. It ain't about a car, a house, a job, a paycheck. It ain't about that. That's what you need to fucking change, Taurus. Stop being so attached to this materialistic bullshit. Hello. Maybe you'll be spiritually fulfilled. Okay. But let's get a card for your self-awareness. For Taurus, Spirit, what Taurus need to be aware of themselves? In your head, how you think. What you think is important is probably not fucking important. Okay? Because I promise you, the more you keep attaching yourself to something that you think is so important, God will take that shit away from you to humble your ass. Keep playing. Keep playing. God will humble you because it ain't about that stuff. That stuff comes and goes. You can lose it all and gain it right back the next day if you want to. It ain't about that. It's about what is going on with you spiritually inside. Where's your connection to God? Where's your truth at? Where does that lie? Are you living a lie? Are you living the life that you truly want to live? Because if you're not, you're being a fraud. You're perpetrating a fraud. And you're probably heavily thinking about this right now. Let's get a card for family and friends for Taurus. Let's get a card for finances. And let's get a card for love, relationships. Yeah, y'all got some toxic ass love going on. Or you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Okay? If you ain't dealing with a Capricorn, you're definitely dealing with some low vibrational energies in love. Okay? You're dealing with your own reflection. Okay? Because if they ain't shit, neither are you. Okay? You may just be showing it in a different way than they are. Okay? You may be showing it out in insecurities. This person is showing it out by being a hoe. Who knows? Or vice versa. However you take it. But let's get back to self-awareness with you guys, okay? I feel like you're starting to get the light bulb turned on. You know how some of y'all got a light bulb that's like, it's screwed in, but you know how sometimes it's on, but then it kind of flickers off, but then it turns back on, and then it flickers off, and then it kind of like just goes like that right before it's about to go out. I need for you to change that light bulb, because I feel like you're gonna end up changing this light bulb, okay? And you're gonna have this illumination. You're gonna realize something about yourself. You're gonna realize that a lot of the stuff that you've been doing is because you've been programmed to stay in stuff, to do stuff, to continue stuff, because you saw your mother do it. You saw your grandfather do it. You saw your father do it. You saw your aunties and your uncles do it. You saw your family, your primary caregivers do something. And it's been embedded in your brain, instilled in your brain to think that that's the only way to think. That's the only way to do things. That's the only right way. And that's wrong. I need for you to understand that stupid people grow old too. I need for you to understand, Taurus, that what worked for them may not work for you because you are not them. You are your own individual. Okay? You may have been raised a certain way, and you feel like you have to raise your family the same way that your family was. No, because then nothing evolves. If you continue, now I can understand like certain traditions, like, oh, we celebrate this on this day, you know, or if you are in a religion or something like that. Like, I can understand those little, you know, little traditions, okay, whatever. But we celebrate birthdays this type of way. We cook this type of food on this type of holiday. That's different. But when it comes to a mentality, you got to remember, we're looking at the head here. How you think, how you process things, how you perceive things. That has to change. That has to evolve. Okay, you have to evolve from what you came from. You can't be exactly... Remember the saying, you're supposed to do better than your parents? How do you think you do better than your parents? By changing the game. You take some of what you've gotten from your foundation, yes, that was beneficial to you. You take that, because remember, we all got a little bit of good and a little bit of bad from our parents, okay? Because we were passed on their good traits and their bad traits, their good habits and their bad habits. So you take the good for what it is, and you implement it in your life the way you need to implement it in your life, because even some of the good things may not be best for you. And some of the bad things that you thought were bad for them may be good for you. But you got to figure that out. You got to sit with yourself and really ask yourself, what is going to complete me in the inside? You need to be getting on your knees and you need to be praying, Taurus, okay? You need to surrender. Because I feel like you got a lot going on, and maybe your family is telling you who to be and how to be, and that ain't it. You will always be miserable listening to other people's opinions. My father always told me, an opinion is like an asshole. Everybody got one. Know that. Know that. So some of you, the light may turn on, okay, within a week from now, and you realizing that you got to build your own type of foundation for yourself and your family. Now, when it comes to family and friends, you may be solo dolo. You probably don't even want to talk to their asses. You probably don't even want to be bothered. You probably want to be left alone. You probably feel singled out. You probably feel like the black sheep of your family. You don't think God made you that way for a reason? God made you the black sheep of the family and the one that everybody frowns upon and thinks that you can't do nothing right for a reason. You stand out for a reason. You're supposed to change that legacy. You're supposed to change that foundation. You're supposed to change how you were brought up into something beautiful. Because some of you, you may have had it rough, okay? Your family probably blamed you for everything. Your family picked on you. Your family lied on you. Your family only wanted you for one good thing. You're only good for one thing. For some of you, you're only good for money. For some of you, you're only good to clean the house. For some of you, you're only good to watch the kids in the family. You're only good for one thing. Your family and your friends that you call your friends and family, they see you good for only one thing. They don't see all of you. They don't see all of that you embody. They don't appreciate it. They only appreciate that one good thing that your ass is good for. For some of you, you only fuck with one person in your family. Or you only have one friend. Like, you really don't, you got like one person that, you know, you cool with, you chill with. Everybody else, you don't really mess with them like that. You got one person that you consider family and that you could count on and be yourself, and that's it. And that's sad. The thing is, it's not even really sad. It's sad on their part because they're missing out on all the good qualities that you have within you. But it's like, at the end of the day, I mean, my personal belief is that a lot of us were born into karmic families for us to learn a lot of lessons about ourselves so that we can change and evolve for the better. Like we had to. A lot of these people that we're family members with, just because they are a family that we're born into, that doesn't mean that that's the last family that you'll ever have, because you can create your own family. Okay? You were only born into that family. You ain't bound to that family. Because some of y'all may feel like you're bound to a family. No, you're not. Okay, I was born. Thank you. God utilized my parents to birth me, and now I can go on my way now that I'm here on this earth and create my own. For some of you guys, you're actually having a new beginning with your family and your friends. You may be introducing a new you to them. For some of you, you are just caving in and just doing what your family and friends want you to do so that you could be accepted. And that is not what God put you on this earth to do, is to sit there and belittle yourself and be something that you're not just for validation from people. Make that be clear. Some of you, you may want a new beginning in a friendship with someone that you now realize is family or was family to you or was like the only family or friend to you. Or this person was just a solid person. Like you have one family member or one friend that was just a solid individual to you. You may be realizing that now. Now, when it comes to finances, I see you guys switching things up. Those that are ready to switch up, those that are ready to get off that hamster wheel, I see you changing your appearance, okay, in some way, shape, or form. You may be either gaining weight because you feel like you're a little too skinny, or you could be losing weight because you feel like you gained too much weight. Some of you could be changing your hair color or cutting your hair, braiding your hair, dyeing your hair. Like you're doing changing your clothes, how your aesthetic, okay? Like you probably went from wearing sweats and t-shirts to dressing up all the time and button-ups and things like that. Like you're switching up how you look, okay? So you're taking your money and you're investing it into yourself on what it is that you want and how you want to do it. Okay, you may be doing not just this for you, but for your family too. Like if you have children and stuff like that, you may be switching up like the clothes that they're wearing. I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes to kids, I don't know why people get up in the hype of putting all these expensive ass clothes on these kids and all they're gonna do is get dirty. And if you sending their ass to school or daycare, ain't no daycare provider or teacher gonna be like, oh, keep your clothes clean because you got $185 jeans on your child. No, they need to be in some sweatpants and a t-shirt and a hoodie because they're gonna be playing outside. Please don't sit there and go spending all this money on these kids on some clothes. Now, it's okay to have, a couple of outfits, nice outfits for when you go out as a family. You have their little suits and ties and they dresses for when they go to church and stuff. Like, now that's something that you can inherit from your family, because we grew up where we had our play clothes and then we had our good clothes. So maybe you could be realizing that that's what you need to do. You need to sit there and make sure your kids got good clothes and then they got their play clothes. Because remember, kids don't give a damn about them goddamn clothes. They're going to put paint on them. They don't care that it's a $200 shirt, okay? They going to wipe that icing, them ices, the cupcake, the cream, all over their clothes. They don't care about that stuff. Y'all be the ones over here worried about how they look. Them kids don't care about that. They don't even care about the sneakers that you buying them. I'm going to tell y'all right now, from being a child care provider for over 15 years, your kids worry about your presence, your presence in their life, not the presents that you give them, okay? But yeah, when it comes to finances, I do see you investing in your aesthetic, okay? You're changing your look up. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because maybe you need to do that to make yourself feel good inside. Even though, like I said, that stuff's not important, because this is for men. Well, this is for men and women, okay? So for men, you guys, you get this fancy car, you brag about how much money you make, and then you want to know why you attract gold diggers. That's what you're going to attract. Because you flossing all this stuff. You want somebody that don't care about that shit, you wouldn't do that. Women, you sit there, you dress up in all these sexy clothes, and then you want to know why these guys are overly sexualizing you. What are you showing them? Think about it. Okay? Now, when it comes to love relationships, you guys is on the toxic love train, okay? You could be dealing with a Capricorn. I'm not saying that this Capricorn is toxic or anything like that, because some of you are definitely just dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you, the Capricorn could be toxic, okay? This person that you're with, they could feel like family to you. You could have been dealing with them for at least, 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years. But there's this devilish type energy in your love relationship. It's like either you have a toxic trait or they have a toxic trait. Or, well, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're dealing with somebody that got a toxic trait, you both got toxic traits because they ain't nothing but a reflection of you. Okay? Either they're a reflection of your higher self or your lower self. You choose. You guys may drink together or something, or you guys may smoke together, or you guys... I would say that you guys have maybe you guys don't have sex and that's the problem. It says miss you already. So maybe, I don't know who sings this song, Miss You Already, featuring No Cap. I ain't even pronouncing that person's name. I don't even know these artists. I ain't even sabotaging their name. So, because I hate when people mispronounce mine. But the song is called Miss You Already, featuring No Cap. But, maybe you left a toxic situation. It's like you missed them because maybe that's your toxic trait, Taurus. You are so caught up in what you're familiar with, what makes you comfortable. Comfortable doesn't bring change. Familiar, thank you, Mercury retrograde, because I can't pronounce not near a word right now. I forgot what reading I was doing, and I couldn't even say Sally sells seashells by the seashore, okay? And I'm surprised I could say that now because I'm not even thinking about it, but when I needed to say it, I couldn't say it. But it's like whatever you're familiar with, that's your toxic trait. It's like something within the people that you date. There's something about them that is familiar to you. Like you have a certain type, okay? You have a type, Taurus. And that type may not be the best for you. It may not be the best for you. There's something with you got a toxic trait. There's something that in this love relationship, like there's codependency in some way, shape, or form. Some of you feel bound to this person, like you're obligated to be. You're not obligated to be with no fucking body. Where in the world did God say that you're obligated to anybody but yourself in your relationship with God? Nobody owns nobody. You don't have to stay nowhere that you don't want to be. But you got to choose. What do you want? You want to keep dealing with arguments, being unfulfilled, people only wanting you for money, only wanting you for sex, only wanting you for all these low vibrational things. But it's like this is what you keep choosing. Because you want to be validated in some way, shape, or form. You're being validated by the wrong people. You need to be validated in yourself. Some of you have to learn to love yourself. Some of you have some type of toxic... I don't even like using the word toxic because it's not really toxic. It's a lesson that you need to learn and love, Taurus. You may need to learn to detach. You may need to learn to not allow drugs and alcohol and things to influence your relationship. Because some of y'all only with people because of the low vibrational interest that y'all have with one another. Okay? You want somebody that wants you. You don't want somebody that needs you. Needing somebody, being needy is not a good thing. You want somebody that's self-sufficient. You don't want to be that person that needs to have somebody. You want to have somebody, Taurus. Like, Taurus, look, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway. Taurus, I don't even know why I sit there be wasting my time with y'all. Okay, heartbreakers. Some of y'all are heartbreakers, okay? And I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all Taurus men are hoes, okay? And y'all are some heartbreakers. I'm just saying, okay? Y'all know how to sit there and provide and protect, but y'all some hoes. Y'all will sit there and take care of home and be out there hoeing in the streets. Tell me I'm lying in the comments. Shoot, some of y'all women that way too. Y'all make sure the kids is fed, the husband fed, the house is clean, and your ass out there hoeing somewhere. Yo, y'all kill me with that. Let me get some homegirl advice for you guys, because Taurus, I really feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. I really do. I feel like this whole reading, I'm talking to you, but you're not listening. It's like you listening, but you're not listening. It's going in one ear and out the other, and you're going to turn around and do what you want to do anyway. So Spirit wants you to get to know yourself, okay? Because you're dealing with childhood traumas. Some of y'all, you're in relationships with people that you trauma bonding with. Because once you heal from these traumas, you're going to be looking at that person like, I don't even want you, because I don't even like you, because we don't have nothing in common. The only thing we had in common was the traumas that we had from childhood. And some of y'all need to take a spiritual bath. You really need to cleanse yourself. Because some of y'all don't even realize when you be having sex with people and say you're a high vibrational Taurus, and you having sex with a low vibrational person, you taking on their demons, you taking on their karma, you taking on their insecurities, and then you wondering why you went from being up here to down here, because you done exchanged energy with somebody that needs some help, or vice versa. Take it how it resonates, but you need to cleanse yourself. And you have to remember, you are more than enough, okay? So that means if you can attract something, say for instance, you attract something that you want, but you couldn't hold on to it. That is God literally showing you, you can get that if you want to, but you got to work for that. You got to earn that. You got to heal to get that and keep that. Okay? We got the song Game Over, Babyface and Queen Naja playing right now. Game Over. Okay, some of you, the game need to be over. You need to stop playing. Stop playing and get serious. Game is over. I think I'm going to name that your reading Game Over, because y'all guys need to get in this game, get into a new game, okay? Because life is a game. You just need to switch players, characters, something. You need to do something to us. We have let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies, okay? There may be somebody that's willing to help you out, willing to be there for you, have your back. Like I said, you probably got that one person that you can count on, that one person that is always there for you type of energy, okay? This could be an older sibling, a friend that may be older than you. I do feel like it's someone of the same sex. Like there's this one, like if you're a female, there's this one female that you can always count on, that always has your back, that's always been there. If I'm talking to a male Taurus, there's this one guy that's always had your back. You can always count on them. It's some type of bond that you have with somebody of the same sex. And then we also have pay attention. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. I keep telling y'all, y'all are in a cycle. You don't see the cycle? Because Spirit's been trying to show you the cycle that you keep doing. The things that you keep going back to. Dolphins may be important or a spirit animal of yours at this time. And it's funny because remember I kept saying, I said, well, wasn't keep saying, I had a hard time saying Sally sells seashells by the seashore. These girls have seashell like bras on. Some of y'all may need to go to the ocean, okay, and cleanse yourselves, get in some sea salt water. Or if you can't get to the ocean, get you some sea salt and run you a bath, or run you a bath with some Epsom salt, okay? Put you some eucalyptus essential oils in there or some lemon oil in there, you know. Pray over your water. Everything you do has to have some type of intention. If you can't take a bath because you only got a stand-up shower, well, guess what? You better utilize that water that's running over the top of your head and make sure it touches your crown. Wash that head of yours. Scrub it down. And as you're doing that, you pray. The intent of you taking that shower is to cleanse your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Okay, Taurus? But you need to pay attention. And then we got at the bottom of the deck, it's time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. You want a new car, you got to get rid of the old car. You want a new career, you got to get rid of the old job. You want new friends, you got to let go of the old friends. You want a new love, you got to get rid of the old one. You can't be latching on and holding on to things from the past thinking you're going to bring something in new. No, you got to let shit go. Because what's in the past ain't nothing but darkness. You see the woman, she's emerging up out of the water with white clothes on after being in a swamp full of darkness and muck and ugh. This is them childhood traumas. This is them adolescent traumas, these adulthood traumas, the trauma bonding. We got to let it go. Okay? And you already know this, Taurus, so I don't even know why I keep talking to y'all hard-headed asses. Listen, remember what they used to say? A hard head make a soft behind. I bet you remember that, though. But I love you, Taurus. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.